cybersecurity early career programs, internships, apprenticeships, and training. So let me ask you something. How much do you think the cybersecurity industry is worth? 10 billion? 50 billion? Fried to $50 billion by 2027 and growing. Companies, banks, even government are scrambling to hire cybersecurity professionals today. They need you. But here is what most people don't realize. You don't have to go the traditional route to break into cybersecurity. There are paid internships, apprenticeships, and government-backed training programs that will get you hands-on experience, professional mentorship, and even security clearances. And today, I'm breaking it all down for you. Which programs will pay you the most, and how to apply with a winning approach, and how to turn one opportunity into a six-figure cybersecurity career. Plus, I'll be adding all the resources you need in the description below. But before we jump in, if you want more breakdowns like this, give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscription button. It helps the channel and keeps us bringing you the best career strategy. If you've never heard of this before, let me be the first to tell you this. Internships and apprenticeships are the ultimate cheat code to break into cybersecurity. You're getting paid to learn and actively building a network that can land you full-time job offers before you even finish training. It gets better. Some internships don't even require a degree. Some cover your tuition and guarantee a job at the end. While some give you security clearance, making you a high-value candidate before you even hit the job market. Let's work with some examples here. Take the Cyber Call Scholarship for Service. For instance, this program pays for your college degree and gives you a living stipend of up to $34,000 a year. In exchange, you work for the government in cybersecurity for 2 to 3 years after graduation. That's right, you get a free degree and a guaranteed job. Another program similar to this is IBM's New Collar Apprenticeship program. They will train you as a cybersecurity analyst, no degree required, and pay you from day one. You are literally making money while learning cybersecurity. I believe you're beginning to see the power of these programs. Most people sleep on these opportunities because they don't even know they exist, right? Now, let's break them down so you know exactly where to apply. We'll look at the best ones available right now and how to get in. Now, let's start with the heavy hitters. These are the best funded programs with insane opportunities. And first on my list is NSA Cooperative Education Program. Here, you will work with the National Security Agency on real-world cyber threats. You will alternate between studying and working. So if you perform well, you can land a permanent position with a security clearance. Next is the FBI Cyber Internship. Typically, you will spend 10 weeks working on cybercrime cases. Yes, real cyber investigations. This is high-stakes cybersecurity work that makes your resume stand out. Then, we have CISA Cyber Internships. That's the Department of Homeland Security. If you want to work in national cybersecurity and get exposure to like everything from hacking investigations to risk assessment, this is it. Plus, you get membership from DHS Cyber Leaders. And last but not the least in this category is the Cyber Core Scholarship for Service. As I mentioned before, this is one of the best deals in cybersecurity. They pay for your college degree and give you a $34,000 yearly stipend. You just have to work in government cybersecurity after graduation. So, why do this matter? Well, these opportunities don't just teach you skills, they give you connections. The recommendation from an FBI or NSA cybersecurity mentor puts you ahead of 90% applicants. Now, apart from these top players, there are also tech companies that train you. Tech companies know cybersecurity talent is scarce, right? So they are willing to help you get skilled. These internships won't just boost your resume, many of them turn into full-time jobs. Now let's start with IBM New Collar Apprenticeship. You don't even need a degree for this one. They will train you on the job to become a security analyst. You get a full salary from day one and gain practical experience. Another popular option in this category is the Meta Cybersecurity Internship. Facebook, yes, Meta takes cybersecurity very seriously because they handle billions of user data records. Their security interns get mentorship, work on real projects, and often get return job offers. And then we have Palo Alto Network Security Internship. This one's great because it focuses on real-world cyber defense. So if you're looking to get hands-on with firewalls, threat detection, and hacking simulations, this is one of the best. Another popular internship program is the Deloitte Cybersecurity Discovery Internship. So if you are interested in consulting cybersecurity, this is one of the top internships. You will work with clients on security compliance, risk assessment, and audits. So what's the advantage of these corporate internships? To name a few, we are talking high starting salaries. Some companies start cybersecurity analysts at $80,000 to $100,000 a year. You also get industry recognized training. You will learn security frameworks, tools, and methodologies that are used across the industry. And mentorship and networking. See, a good mentor inside a company can help you land a full-time role after the internship. Now, if you're not in college or don't have a degree, you still have options. Some companies run cybersecurity bootcamps and apprenticeships that pay you while you train. Some of them are SANS Cyber Immersion Academies. This is one of the best because they cover 20,000 plus worth of cybersecurity training and certifications for free. They even connect graduates directly with employers. Another option to check out is Empower Cybersecurity Training. This is an 18-week free cybersecurity bootcamp backed by Department of Defense and CISA. They train young adults and military veterans for free and then help them land jobs in cybersecurity. Even in the UK, we also have UK Cyber Fraud Apprenticeship. If you are in the UK, this is an earn while you learn program where you get a salary and a degree at the same time. It's backed by the UK government and leads to a full-time security job. And also in the United States, we have Cybersecurity Talent Initiative, CTI. This is a 2-year paid program where you work in government cybersecurity and then transition into private sector. Plus, they also help with student loan repayment. So, now you know where to apply. But the real question is, how do you actually get these internships? What do they look for in applicants? And if you have no prior experience, how do you stand out? Let's break that down next. Now, here is the truth. Cybersecurity internships don't go to the smartest people. They go to the people who prepare the best. So I'm going to give you a 4-step strategy to make sure you stand out, even if you have zero experience. Okay? The first, speak to your resume. Yes. One of the things people get wrong in their application is submitting a boring and generic resume. Like, I'm passionate about cybersecurity. I want to learn. I have strong problem-solving skills. Guess what? It doesn't matter. Employers don't want passion. They want proof that you can think like a cybersecurity professional. So here is how to fix it, okay? Put certifications at the top. If you have CompTIA Security Plus, certified in cybersecurity, the CC, right? Even an online security course, put it at the very top. That immediately tells employers, I've invested in learning cybersecurity. That's what it means. Next, use real projects. You know, I get a lot of messages from people asking how they can break into cybersecurity. It's tough, especially if you're like how I used to be, stuck in a job that doesn't pay enough, or feeling like you've hit a wall. I get it. That is why I created something more than just these videos you're watching. Something structured, practical, and focused on real action. It's called the 5-day Cybersecurity Job Challenge. This isn't just content you'll binge and forget. We're talking hands-on learning, real skills, and daily guidance. 2 hours a day for 5 days. It's all designed to push you from thinking about change to actually making it happen. Look, I love making these YouTube videos, but let's be honest. How many times have you watched a great video, thought, I'm going to do something about that, and then didn't? That is why this challenge is different. It's designed to be your support. Okay, we're not just learning, you're giving tasks, actionable steps every single day with live Q&As where I personally help you avoid mistakes and land the jobs that will change your life. Watching my videos is great, but if you want to go beyond watching, If you're ready to take real steps toward a $250,000 career a year, come join the challenge. The link is in the description below. You can't miss it. Now, enjoy the rest of this video, but don't forget to come back when you're ready to take that next step. Even if you've never had a cybersecurity job, you can create your own experience. Did you complete a security lab on TryHackMe? Set up a firewall on your home network? Participate in a Capture the Flag challenge? List it as experience. I have a whole video talking about this. Go check it out in the description below. Then use keywords from the job description. Okay? Many companies use applicant tracking system, the ATS, that scan your resume for words like threat detection, risk assessment, compliance, or network security. If your resume doesn't have these words, it won't even be seen by a human. And lastly, make it readable. Yes, most hiring managers skim resume in under 10 seconds. They've got 7 seconds. So keep it one page, clear sections, and short bullet points. Once your resume is sorted, write a cover letter that doesn't sound like AI. Most people make the mistake of writing a bland cover letter that says, "Dear hiring manager, I am interested in this cybersecurity internship because I am passionate about security and eager to learn." That is boring, it's generic, and it gets ignored. Instead, your cover letter should be a short, engaging story that answers these 3 questions. Why do you care about cybersecurity? Make it personal. Number 2, what have you done to prove you're serious? Mention a course, a project, or event. Number 3, how can you bring value to their team? Even if you're a beginner, for example, you should write something like, "A year ago, I read about how a single phishing attack cost the hospital $10 million, and I realized just how vulnerable businesses are. That's why I started studying cybersecurity. I've since completed my Security Plus certification, built a home lab, and even conducted a security audit for a local nonprofit. Now, I'm excited to bring that knowledge to your team and contribute to real-world security projects." See, that's what makes you stand out. So, if you have a great resume and an interesting cover letter, what you should do next? What do you want to do? What should you do next? Apply smart. And this is what I mean. Most people only apply online, but that's the worst strategy. Instead, here is what actually works. Find someone inside the company on LinkedIn. Search for cybersecurity manager at IBM and send a simple message. "Hey John, I just applied for the IBM cybersecurity apprenticeship. I'd love to hear any advice you have for someone breaking into the field." See, not many people will think of this. Some are even afraid to try. Also, this is very important, apply early. Many cybersecurity internships close months in advance. If you apply late, you're already behind. You should also apply to more than one place. The more you do, the better your chances. The average applicant applies to 1 or 2 internships. The successful applicant applies to 10 to 15. It's all a game of numbers. The more reps you put in, the higher your chances of being selected. Lastly, use alumni networks. If your school has an alumni database, find former students who work in cybersecurity and ask for advice. Many people will help just because they went to the same school with you, right? The next part of this plan is now preparing for your interview. See, if you've never had a cybersecurity job, your biggest fear is probably, what if they ask me something I don't know? And here is the secret. Most cybersecurity interviews don't test your technical skills. No. Instead, they test your thought process. They want to see how you analyze security problems, your curiosity. If you don't know an answer, do you panic or problem solve? And your ability to explain concepts. Cybersecurity is about communication, not just hacking. So you want to make sure you practice answering cybersecurity interview questions beforehand, just to get the anxiety out of the way. The rest of it boils down to confidence and how effectively you can market yourself. Now you know exactly how to build a cybersecurity resume, cover letter, and interview strategy that makes you stand out, but there's one final piece left. What happens after you land the internship? How do you turn it into a full-time cybersecurity job? So let's say you landed the internship, congratulations. But here's the reality. An internship doesn't guarantee a job. You have 3 to 6 months to prove that you deserve a full-time position. So the question is, how do you make yourself indispensable? I'll break down the 5 key moves that turn cybersecurity interns into full-time hires. Move number 1 is to treat your internship like a 3-month job interview. Let's unpack that. Unfortunately, most interns just do what they are told. They show up, complete assignment, and go home. That's not enough. If you want a full-time offer, you need to act like you're already part of the team. Show up early, stay late. Not to impress anyone, but to absorb as much as possible. Ask smart questions. Every day, write down one question you have about security operations or risk management or compliance. Then ask your manager at the right time. Take ownership of something. Find a small but important task that nobody wants to do. Okay? Documenting a process, testing a security tool, or improving a checklist, and then do it without being asked. Interns who solve problems get hired. Period. Your move number 2 is learn the security tools your team uses. Yes, we know nobody expects interns to be experts, but they do expect you to learn fast. Most cybersecurity teams use a combination of tools like SIEMs like Splunk, QRadar, ArcSight for monitoring threats, vulnerability scanners like Nessus, Qualys, OpenVAS for finding security gaps, and also GRC tools like ServiceNow, Archer, OneTrust for tracking compliance. Your goal is to get hands-on with these tools as soon as possible. The way to do this, ask for access to a sandbox or training environment. Most companies have test accounts where interns can safely explore. So then, shadow senior analysts. Ask if you can sit in while they investigate a security alert or audit a system. But don't just sit. Take note on every tool you use. By the end of the internship, you should be able to say, I worked with Nessus, to analyze security issues and documented my findings. That's how you turn an internship into real-world experience. The next part of our strategy is to help you build relationships. If you've heard about the hidden job market, then you already know that most cybersecurity jobs are not posted online. They get filled through internal referrals. And guess who is in? Just the right spot to get hired internally. You. However, for this to happen, you need to be known. To position yourself as the obvious choice. Talk to full-time employees. Ask them about their career path, their favorite security projects, and what they wish they knew when they started. Next, find a mentor. Every successful cybersecurity pro had someone who guided them. Identify a senior analyst or security engineer who is open to helping you, and then learn everything you can from them. Also, be active in Slack Teams channels. Share useful articles, ask questions, and participate in discussions. The more engaged you are, the more people will remember you. Okay? But that's loaded. But in case you didn't notice, don't become annoying. There's a fine line between trying to connect with people and being a persistent nuisance. Nobody likes the person who spams every chat, interrupts conversations, or constantly asks for favors without offering any value in return. Instead, focus on contributing, share insights, help others solve problems, and then engage in meaningful discussions. At this point, I need you to pay attention, okay? I have worked with quite a few interns, both within my own organization and outside. One mistake I have noticed a lot of them make is they do great work, but nobody knows about it. See, if you want to get hired, your impact must be visible. And that's why I advise interns to keep a wins document, okay? Every week, write down a problem you helped solve, a tool you learned, a security report or task you completed. In addition to this, send a value recap email before your internship ends. For example, you can make the subject, thank you and key takeaways from my internship. Then write, hi, manager's name. I just wanted to say thank you for an incredible internship experience. I've learned so much about cybersecurity governance, risk assessment, and compliance best practices. Some of my key contributions included assisting with a security audit of system or tool, whatever it is, and identifying whatever, and learning and using the tool to analyze the security issue, collaborating with this team member to improve this policy process. I would love to continue contributing to the company in a full-time role. Please let me know if there's an opportunity to discuss this further, best, and your name. This email helps you achieve two things. Number one, it reminds your manager of your contributions. Number 2, it opens the door for a job conversation. After these 2 strategic steps, there's still one more. Ask for the job before your internship ends. This is the most important step and the one most interns are afraid to take. But let me tell you something. If you don't ask, you would assume you're not interested. Now, here is exactly what to say to your manager 1 to 2 weeks before your internship ends. First, set up a quick meeting with your manager. Once you get a chance to meet, express your interest in a full-time role and ask for a referral if there are no immediate openings. Fact is, you will never know if you never ask. So if you treat your internship like a temporary job, that's all it will ever be. If you treat it like a long-term audition, you can turn it into a full-time cybersecurity career. And if you stayed this long on this video, well done. Now let's do a quick recap. Act like you're already part of the team. Learn the security tools and document everything. Build relationships and make yourself known. Show impact and remind your manager. And finally, ask for the job before the internship ends. The next thing to do now is take action. Because if you don't, someone else will. So guys, if the video gave you value at all, please don't forget to give it a like and hit the subscribe button for more value-packed videos like this. I hope I've been able to leave you better than I met you. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.